Fucking start the stream back up. Fuck my life. All right. All right, we live again. Shit, what was that? I was just about to talk about something. I found some whole fucking train of thought. Jesus Christ. But yeah, state of the MCU right now. Mm-hmm. My hot take will kind of go into this. Niggas don't really want good comic book movies. People don't want good shit. Because one thing niggas forget, majority of the MCU, like all the majority of those phases were ass. Like when you look at all the movies, there were maybe like 3 of the 4 movies that really were really good at really hit. It's like the Guardians movie, first one, Winter Soldier probably, Civil War. But before that, when you had a lot of like maybe Iron Man 1 initially too, when it comes to like the introductory movies. But the first 2 Thor movies, I mean, the first one you can argue, but the second one for sure was ass.
That shit was ass. All the Thor movies up until Ragnarok was ass for me, so you ain't got a cap with me.
Yeah, that shit was buns. Captain America movies were fucking ass up until I guess like Civil War, if you want to count. I don't count those really. My opinion, I don't count Civil War as a Cap movie for real. That's just me though.
That's another Avengers movie. That's a light Avengers movie to me.
Right. But the shit that was different, because people did talk about, oh, we don't want the Marvel formula. We want to try some different shit. When you get the Eternals, which is like something way off the beaten path, niggas are like, oh, well, this isn't what I like. Well, nigga, it's not the formula that they've been putting out for you. So you want the formula, but you don't want it. So you don't really know what you want at that point. And on top of that, there's all kinds of, I know maybe you're not as tapped in with the drama as far as this goes when it comes to fan casting, but niggas are pissing me off with the fan casting stuff. Because they want, like with Storm, there's been a lot of stuff, because I think Cynthia Erivo, the girl who's playing Wicked right now from the movie, she was like, her and a lot of other Black women have talked about how they want to be Storm. That's like their favorite character they would want to portray on screen. Niggas are like, oh, fuck no, she a skeleton. She can't do it because this, that, or the third, or this. She said this about Black people in her past. But then when you ask them what they want, oh, we want a character or actor that embodies everything that Storm is. Well, nigga, Storm is a Black woman from Cairo, Africa, that was an immigrant to Harlem, New York, and also has been well-traveled about every other place in the fucking world and in the fucking space, and is also tall as shit and well-spoken and really fucking athletic. So it's going to be really hard to find an actor that can embody all those things. So when I tell you, hey, let's not really focus on getting that perfect fucking person, let's get somebody who can, like Angela Bassett or Chadwick Boseman, who are in no way fucking African, at least to my knowledge, played the roles well, we can do that. But niggas are really fickle about shit. And if it's not the person that they want, they get real nasty on the internet about the shit. It's either that, or if you don't like their favorite anime for whatever reason, niggas get fickle. But the MCU specifically is really fucking annoying, because niggas say they want something, and then when they get that thing, it's, oh, well, that wasn't what I wanted in the way I wanted it. I'm like, you got something different, gang.
Fans. That's hardcore fans in general, because that translate, like a lot of things I heard you say, same shit in the basketball world. Niggas want something, and as soon as they get it, they complain about it, they bitch about it. It's not exactly what they wanted. All you explained to me is niggas want African Angel Reese, which you're not. I don't know. Like, if they want African Angel Reese, you're not gonna get African Angel Reese, gang. So let's just settle for what we actually can get. My thing with the whole, and you brought up a good point when it came to when they finally got something different and dropped the Eternals. I am niggas. I was like, it's just not for me.
Right.
But I couldn't even look at it from the aspect of, it's not for me because this isn't what I wanted, because Guardians wasn't something I wanted at the time. A lot of people didn't know about the Guardians of the Galaxy, but it was crack. This shit was I loved all 3 movies. I loved the Guardians of the Galaxy. This shit was dope. So they shown you that they can drop something that niggas just don't know about unless they're hardcore fans, and niggas will love it, but it just has to be universally or casually good. I think Eternals, is good for people who genuinely have a keen eye for film, or they're super into the shit. Like, they're super into it and they can respect the Eternals. I think there's a lot of people who fake being hardcore fans and they are casuals, or they're a step above a casual, but they think they're a hardcore fan because they watch new Rockstar videos and don't admit it. There's a lot of niggas like that, I promise you. I think Marvel can do that though. Like, at first I'm thinking, can Marvel just start dropping? And that's probably the rabbit hole they fell in. All right, bet. We can drop these movies of these characters that aren't so known or people didn't necessarily want, and we can make them like them. Nah, you can't do that because the casuals got used to one thing, and now they want that one thing. And unless you replicate that one thing, it's a wrap.
But you know what's crazy? That was the Avengers. Niggas don't remember the Avenger, like, for like the comic book reason the Avengers even exist is because individually, all those characters weren't selling. They're like, all right, niggas aren't buying these books. Let's put them on a big fucking team and try to get niggas to buy them. When Robert Downey Jr. was casted as Iron Man, I was there. I remember niggas saying and thinking that Iron Man was a literal robot. Niggas did not know there was a man inside of the fucking suit. Niggas did not, like the Thor we got in the MCU was not how Thor was in the comics originally. Like a lot of these characters were C-list characters in comic books because it was really just Spider-Man, the X-Men, and the Fantastic Four. Those are the three big things in Marvel that people cared about and that were comic book fans. We got those movies, or the Hulk too. But for the most part, niggas didn't know about them. So when we get C-list characters and you go in with it, because I think the biggest thing is niggas need to go in with an open mind. People have like preconceived notions or like their favorite storylines that they want adapted. If you go in like, hey, nigga, whatever we get is what we get. And that's kind of why I'm excited for where it's going now for the factor of we have so many like C-tier characters like a Shuri, like a Yolanda with Black Widow's sister, the Red Guardian, Winter Soldier Taskmaster. Like a lot of these characters are C-tier characters, at least in regards to popularity in the comics, but they have a lot of fucking dope moments. Now they're the ones like leading the push now. We have all these people that are in the forefront and people have to fucking get on board or niggas not going nowhere. Let's keep it a bug. Superhero movies aren't going anywhere anytime soon. Either that or maybe they'll switch over to DC because I think that nigga James Gunn is about to cook some shit up. He's about to cook some shit.
I can't wait. I'm not gonna lie. I have not been excited for a live action DC movie in a minute. That Superman movie, I want to see that motherfucker. I might actually go to the theaters to see. That'd be the first superhero movie I went to the theater to see since Endgame.
Damn.
No, Infinity War actually. No, it was Infinity War. Infinity War was the last superhero movie I went to the theaters to see. Since then, I boot that bitch up on my computer.
You for real? Don't be in the movies like that, huh?
Hell no. No, it takes a lot for me to be like,
even before the kids? Even before your kids?
Yes, before my kids. Like,
damn.
I get too comfortable in the crib and I'm not spending all that money on some shit I'm not that excited for. Like some shit I'm like, all right, cool. I can't wait to see it. But to get me out the house to go see it, to be in the environment of other people, because my thing is this. When I'm watching shit, I want to just watch it and enjoy it.
Hey, real quick, they're saying your mic low in the chat.
Oh shit, is it? All right, hold on. My fault.
No, you good.
Let me erase it. Probably check my sound shit.
I think you're not. I think it was just a little further away. Good? You should be. All chat, right. Y'all let me know.
Please let me know. I think what killed it for me is I'm sitting here watching this movie, and you would have thought we're at a fucking Super Bowl or at a football game with niggas yelling out of excitement for seeing whatever character come on. I'm like, all right, Mark, sit the fuck down. Like, God damn, why is this nigga standing? Nigga done bumped me. Nigga done spilt popcorn on me standing up cheering for a Hulk punch. Like, all right, gang. Like, I could just sit at home and watch this. So the Superman movie coming out, I'm like, I'm gonna have to go catch that one. That one looked good. But I was gonna say, when it comes to superhero movies, I think personally, they should just say fuck live action altogether. Start fucking on this animated shit, bro. The animated movies are crack.
Did you watch the Creature Commandos?
I'm in the process of watching it, yes.
Yeah, they have now the fucking Infinite, what was it, the Planet on Two Earths, the more recent like trilogy that they did was fucking ass. I hated that shit with a burning passion. But most of their other shit, fire. Like I can't say too much about it. These yeah.
DC, I don't know what it is. They for the most part cook when it comes to animated shows and movies, but then when you have to put live action together, they fumble every time. I don't get it. I would just stick to it. And then when it comes to Marvel, I always felt the inverse. I thought the live actions were a lot better than some of the animated shit. There's been like Marvel products that came out that was dope. But this recent Spider-Man show out now, I'm not gonna lie, restored my faith in animated shows.
Really?
I like it. I really like it.
I recorded a video on it yesterday. Mm-hmm. It's like a 6 for me right now, but I think it has potential to be the best. It has potential to be like an 11 out of 10. One, I think the animation's kind of ass, at least for me. Like maybe I'm bougie and I have bougie standards. I watch a lot of anime and I've seen a lot of great, like especially me watching Invincible right now. I'm like, I've seen what good animation looks like. So I'm kind of looking at it like, all right, But
you bougie.
They have a lot of fucking, like, if you look at some of the characters now, there's a lot of characters that are been introduced in the show that have potential for you to go into every aspect of Marvel, from magic to Wakanda to space. Like, his best friend Nico, if you got, okay, they want me to lower my mic, bet. If you guys haven't seen the Runaway show that was on Freeform, or you haven't played Midnight Suns the game, she's fucking strong as shit. Like, she has this fucking staff that she pretty much says something with blood magic, and whatever she says happens. Like, she's damn near reality warper. Like, she's strong as fuck. Amadeus Cho, the Asian dude in the gym, he's another Hulk in the comic books. So there's a lot of different shit you can do there. But I think even because that kind of goes back to the original point, people annoyed me with that show because before it came out, there's a lot of drama around Kurt Connors being not just black now, but being a woman. And then I think the voice actor said something about it. He was scared it was going to be overly woke initially, which people didn't even read the whole quote because he was like, oh, yeah, it's good, though. It's good. I fuck with it. I was scared it was going to be bad, but it's good. Niggas don't give shit a chance. And to your point, I'm surprised you like it as much as you do with certain shit like this. I always have to like look at this from like a casual perspective, because if you're a fan of the comic books, I can understand why you look at this show a certain way. But if you're just a genuine person that is watching the shit, yeah.
My thing is, and I'm not a big Spider-Man guy. I'm like one of the bigger Spider-Man haters. So I was surprised I like the show as much as I do. I think, one, the animation thing, I've heard people talk about the animation of the show. I guess I just have a very low bar in terms of animation, just because I like so many different animated properties. So for me, if I can get behind the writing of a show, how certain characters are, I can look past it. Obviously, it's not the best animation, like, because I'm watching Invincible and it's like, golly, motherfucker tough.
Yeah.
But I can look past, I can watch stick figures fight for all I fucking care, as long as the story's good or it's something I can like. And the thing that drew me to the Spider-Man shit was, it is not your typical Peter Parker story. Like, Peter is liked at school. He's not getting, like, the fucking star football player isn't bullying him, even though that nigga's obviously going to be a villain soon.
Oh, you don't know who that is, right? You know who that is, right?
That's Tombstone, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
But typically, when it comes to that, he would be getting bullied by Tombstone from the rip. Like, in a typical Peter Parker property, he's not liked at school. He's getting bullied. He has the typical Parker luck, they like to say. Come on, man. You know, I'm tapped in a little more than I should.
Type shit.
Typical Parker luck. But it's like the opposite now. Like, he's liked. He's a little low-key popular. The kids at school like him. The jock is also fucking super smart, super likable dude. They write him for you to like him. He's doing nothing wrong, except for liking too much of being a thug. Like, I don't know. It's kind of.
I was like, nigga, didn't you want to go to the NFL? Like, why?
He wanted to go to NFL. It seemed like he wanted to go to NFL and or college. And now one gang fight, it's crazy how that shit look like Def Jam Vendetta when they all met up. But one gang fight, now you all of a sudden, I like the name Tombstone. Like, all right, buddy. Jesus, it'll take one fight for you to want to be a thug. Other than that, I really like the direction they're going. I like how they're throwing a bunch of different things in. Again, I watched a lot of New Rock Stars. I didn't realize the whole suit process of, like, when he was finding suits. I didn't realize that was a whole paying homage to the spider team, whatever it was, of people, of like underlings or whatever it was, other heroes that come and adopt those suits. So that's a whole team itself. But they're just throwing all types of different things that's paying homage to different properties when it comes to Spider-Man all over the place. It doesn't seem like they're just following one storyline from a comic or one thing. It's like they're using everything possible for Spider-Man and then throwing flair onto it. I like it.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. I do want to see more of what it has to offer, to your point. Because I think the people that are writing it they're obviously fans of the show. Because they brought in some really deep cut characters. And that's my big thing, because I know people were talking about the diversity aspect of it. I'm a big nigga on representation. Made a lot of videos on different characters being black and why I think it's important. But I'm starting to get a little irritated because I feel like certain studios are using a race swap or a gender swap or a sexuality swap as like a marketing ploy. Like, just to get niggas mad, because, you know, you're going to have people hate watching it and people hate defending it. So they're going to watch every episode. I'd prefer you to do the thing that I've seen shit like X-Men Evolution, where, oh, all right, you want more black people in X-Men? Make a black X-Men character for that show. And if they catch on, they'll pop on, like, or a popular character like X-23, like, she didn't exist before the X-Men Evolution show. Like, they created her for that series. Niggas loved her. Now she's in comic books at fucking everywhere. Like, I think she's in a run right now that's fucking fire. And I'm enjoying that because they brought out Nico, and They brought out hella Korean characters, Japanese characters, African characters, and they just brought them in. And I'm fucking with that so far. So I gotta see. I'm enjoying it so far. I would like to see more development with Peter, because to your point, I'm a fan of when they switch it up, especially me reading a lot of like what if or one-off storylines with comics where you get like an assassin Spider-Man or different shit like that. The thing that I do feel like I kind of miss with my Spider-Man is that the nigga has to be a little bit of a loser and has to suffer a little bit. I think the biggest draw for Spider-Man is the fact that the nigga is a loser, but perseveres through fucking everything. The nigga will get his girl took. The nigga will die. The nigga will get married and get his marriage taken away. The nigga will lose Aunt May, but he just perseveres through that shit. So I'm like, so far, he hasn't struggled enough. It feels like the nigga has just had nothing but good shit happen to him since the show started. It's like, oh, the nigga finds out my secret identity, but he's the best nigga in the world and also wants to throw money at me to help me be Spider-Man. I'm like, oh, I get villains that I fight, but they just, I can beat them niggas, or one of the villains, they turn on each other randomly. I'm like, okay. I feel like Lonnie Lincoln has been going through more development than Peter Parker has so far in the story. And I'm like, okay, I just got to see more what. Plus, a big thing for me, especially with Marvel stuff, your villain damn near is the most important thing to me in any story. If you're going to build up a villain to be this big bad, he has to be intimidating and he has to be profound. So I'm looking at like Madara and his introduction in like Naruto, where they built the nigga up for like years and he dropped and soloed a whole fucking army. That's how you do that shit versus how this shit ended with the nigga dying like a bitch, but I digress. They were kind of gassing up Doc Ock in this, and I'm like, oh, this Doc Ock's about to be fucking cold. And when they introduced the nigga, he's kind of intimidating for a second, but then he gets the cracking jokes, and I'm like, okay, this nigga's goofy. Like, I don't get, like, Scorpion was more intimidating than this nigga. I don't understand how they're supposed to, but again, a lot of this shit, my critique on it is me not looking at it from a casual lens. So I'm like over critiquing certain shit.
I'll say one for me, again, the casual here. I like how it's more development coming from Tombstone's point of view. I like how we're gonna develop the world, we're gonna world build, especially if this is something that can last a bit. If this is about to be something that's just 2 seasons, waste of time. But if this is something that catches on and they're able to get 4 seasons, 5 seasons out of this, the world building part is important because you have to get everyone to care about these other people. Mm-hmm. And on top of that, you're right, build up the villain. But for me, yeah, it seems like they're building up Doc Ock, but who's to say, for whatever reason in this show, Tombstone isn't the big bad?
I would be mad at that.
And I wouldn't be mad at that. That'd be a crazy twist that Tombstone ends up being Peter's biggest villain because he seemed to be one of his better friends going forward. Who's to say Norman? I already feel like Norman's gonna double cross this nigga.
No, he on some bullshit.
True. Yeah, there's other shit going on. Like there's more thing. I feel like they're building up multiple villains because that's what Peter really deals with. It's not really one big bad at a time. There's a plethora of villains that he has to worry about at all times. So build everyone. Scorpion had a minor role coming up, but what if he ends up being way bigger and way more prevalent now because of what he's dealing with? And then the Rhino character, and now Tombstone and Doc Ock, and then when Norman betrays him. Yeah, Peter got it good now since Uncle Ben died. Again, it started off with Uncle Ben's death. They alluded to Uncle Ben's death, and now we're starting from here now. He died already. We're kind of coped. Now this is us trying to move on. Everything's going good. He's got his powers. The guy that finds out is the mentor figure, all that. But what happens when the mentor turns on you? He's going to be depressed. Then what they're building up to be a good friend turns on you in Tombstone. He's going to be depressed. Then this fucking villain that you literally saved his life, now that nigga threatens you, yeah, nigga, let me catch you again. It's body time. He's gonna be fucking Rhino. They're setting it up for him to have to eventually crash down. Like they're putting him on such a high pedestal right now. There's no way he's not gonna get chopped down and have to climb his way up. And on that climb up, I feel like that's where you're gonna get your satisfaction of the typical Peter Parker story of overcoming adversities.
You're probably about to be pissed because I think I'm fucking pissed now. Chat's been putting it in, but I wasn't paying it much attention. Mm-hmm. But I'm gonna just share it to you because I don't want to fucking say it because I'm gonna lose my shit. Apparently, Mark Williams is not coming to LA. What was the shit? It's been rescinded due to the Hornets' failure to satisfy a condition of the trade. So I don't understand. Is it the physical? Like, what did they do? I don't understand. I don't.
And this happens after the trade deadline, so now we can't do
shit.
And we already signed Goodwin, so we can't go in. I don't even think we can go and sign somebody. We have to cut somebody to go sign somebody.
Hey, who the fuck is like we gonna have to do Dwight Howard? We gotta go like the fucking Dwight.
We're gonna have to sign. I think I just seen, and I'm just saying names. I think Alex Lynn got cut.
He got signed already. I think the Clippers picked him up.
Oh my god, the Clippers get him?
Somebody picked him up. I thought I saw today.
Oh my god, there's no way.
What the fuck?
What
happened? I'm trying to.
You know what? I'm not even surprised. It makes sense.
It's just too good to be true.
Their physical. Mark Williams didn't pass his physical. I know he didn't. He wasn't playing. He's an injury-prone player. They traded for a guy that's not healthy.
But they're saying the Hornets failed to satisfy a condition of the trade. So I'm like, I don't know what that condition is. Like,
probably disclosing what's wrong with Mark. Did
he not just play though? Is he injured right now?
Yeah, he's injured right now. I want to say he's injured right now. Yeah.
I thought he just played like a couple weeks ago.
I want to say probably the last game he played was probably against AD when AD dropped 40, and then they ain't played since. I don't think. Maybe I'm wrong. Chat, tell me if I'm wrong. Kings picked up Lynn.
Yeah, they picked up Lynn.
God damn.
Oh, fucking A.
Mark Will got rejected.
So Jackson Hayes is just it. We got to just.
Jackson Hayes is the center, and Christian Coloco. Jackson Hayes, Christian Coloco.
We can't. We have to convert his contract to a full-time contract at that point. Then for that last spot, because if he's on two-way contract now, we can't bring him into the playoffs. Yeah, he's still on two-way.
Oh Jesus! So we praying for Christian Wood to get healthy. You know what? I'm not even too mad because I didn't have expectations for a championship anyway. So Dalton coming back with a vengeance. I don't even think he
ain't getting minutes. He's not getting minutes.
I'm about to say that nigga don't want to be there. If I'm him, do you want to be there now? You just got traded.
I mean, I don't. Well, would you be that mad? Like if you know your team needs something, like they need something. Like, they didn't trade you because they didn't believe in you, but it's like, nigga, we have a clear hole in this roster that we need to fill.